EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the ATL. Once the terminus of the Western and Atlantic Railroad, where the sound of that train horn can still be heard inside the magnificent Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
Atlanta Falcons.
There's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air. And we are underway from Atlanta. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly, you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. It's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
He'll get this complete to Worthy. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that and continuing to let him throw the football.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Mahomes to throw once more. It's Kelsey on the ground. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to, when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But this opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
Now movement already, so a flag down here on our very first play. That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle.
Still first down.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And looking to throw, Penix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. He'll get 11 yards back on the scramble as it brings up second down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Complete to CHIEFS. Call it a gain of a yard. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up third down and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Penix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there. Help them relax a little bit.
And a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Again, it's Robinson. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll throw with Penix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. Now a 2nd and 2. As they've got it as we resume action. Back to the ground with Robinson. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. There's a nice run there. Gets him down to the 6-yard line.
And the Falcons, 1st down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
They'll run with Robinson. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Nick Folk for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score.
So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They go play action. Now Mahomes completes this one to Thornton. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And Mahomes picking up the 1st as he slides and hits the deck. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Kansas City Chiefs, 1st down.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
First carry here for Ken Walker. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 right at the 40. Give to Walker on the read option. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Ball on the 35. Here comes second and 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Just a gain of a couple there. And now we've got a third down and 3.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
5-yard gain on the play.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now here's Mahomes. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet. And they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Walker now on first and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
And they still need 6 yards here on third down after the penalty. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Intended for tie.
Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Butker's kick here is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Looking to throw, Penix. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Here's Penix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To the air, Penix. Got a man, it's London. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second down and 6 now. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Right back to Pitts again. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Penix working out of the gun here. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. To throw again is Penix. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
On for the extra point is Folk. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. Now Mahomes. Got his man. It's Thornton. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. And looking to throw, Penix into space at the 45. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Pushes him over. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 50 yards yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run again here with Robinson. They'll get forward for 3 down the 16-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Penix. Complete to Zacchaeus. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's 3rd and 4 now. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st down and goal to go.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Robinson again. And once again, he's going to be pushed backwards. This time back to the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
No one left in the backfield as they send a man left. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he'll take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Now Folk for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Makes the score Falcons.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Right side, Thornton with it.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second down and 4.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rice. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 10 yards.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rice. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter, and the entire fourth remaining, so stranger things have happened.
Throw left side, completion to Rice. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
Second and 8 at the Falcons' 45-yard line.
Mahomes to throw once more. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Mahomes going to throw. Throw finding Thornton over the middle.
Mahomes pass.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down. We have played 3 quarters. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. Now here's Mahomes. On the crossing route, complete. It's Rice. And the Chiefs are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now Glenn fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Falcons grab it. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the fourth quarter. Looking to put a drive together. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 74 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards a carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back.
Offense.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. On the counter, this is Robinson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That second down play nets a -4.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop?
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
The Falcons send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Rice. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be second down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
The Folks' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break. And you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Mahomes will do it himself. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes
Mahomes. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes it 24-13.
Chiefs 13.
So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
The Falcons offense and running back Bijan Robinson set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. So left side, it's complete.
19 yards.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A give left side to Robinson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.